Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are talking about Top 10 Richest Women in the World. According to Forbes' ranking of the world's billionaires, there are a total of 239 women in the list this year, coming from different parts of the world and various industries such as mining, real estate, finance, pharmaceutical, and others. But among this long list of money-making females, let us find out who made it to the top 10. The most affluent in the list made up of heiresses and self-made magnates, and what exactly made them worthy of the coveted billionaire label. Here are the top 10 richest women in the world. Number 10, Iris Fontbona. As the queen of Chile's mining industry and the matriarch of the country's richest family, majority of Iris Fontbona's wealth comes from Antofagasta, the copper mining company she inherited from her late husband, Andronico Luksic, who also founded what has become one of the world's largest copper mining businesses. Mining, however, is not the only industry Iris has control over. She is also responsible for the other large businesses under the Luksic Group, which include banking, brewery, and a shipping company. Number 9, Gina RINEHART. Gina RINEHART is another mining magnate. Her main business is the iron ore mining corporation that was originally established by her father, Lang Hancock. Gina, however, neither has the conventional heiress story, nor does she want to be called an heiress. She is not one because did not inherit her father's wealth, only his burdens. When her father passed away in 1992, Gina was left with a business that was on the verge of bankruptcy, but which fate she managed to turn around successfully. To her and to those who know her and her story, Gina is a self-made billionaire who made the best out of the terrible financial situation she was forced to deal with. Number 8, Charlene de Carvalho Heineken. The sole heiress to the Heineken fortune inherited 25% stake of the world's second largest brewing company, Heineken International, after its former CEO and her own father, Freddie Heineken, died in 2002. Despite being an only child, Charlene was not an active participant in her father's enterprise. She used to only have one share of the company, which was worth $32. Instead of learning the ropes of the family business, she chose to live a low-key life by studying law and settling in London with her husband and children. Within a week of her father's passing, Charlene was put on the spot by her husband and made the life-changing decision of taking over a quarter of Heineken International's shares, trading her quiet days in London to the demanding life of a businesswoman, traveling to various parts of the world to explore the empire her father left behind in order to make herself a worthy successor. Number 7, Abigail Jonson. Born in Boston, Massachusetts, Abigail Jonson broke traditions as she became the most powerful woman in the field of finance after taking over the chairperson position of Fidelity Investments, one of the top 3 financial services companies in the United States. Inheriting a fortune worth trillions of dollars in asset, however, is not a breeze, especially for Abby, who had to penetrate what is typically a male-dominated industry and make a name for herself, which she did. Not only does Abby's success serve as a proof that a woman can hold her own in a man's world, she also uses her position to bring more women into finance and investment management business by encouraging them to take part in the industry and by making her company a welcoming place for women who wants to have a flourishing career in the finance industry. Number 6, Susanne Klatten. The 56-year-old, German-born businesswoman and mother of 3 currently owns more than 19% of the world's largest maker of luxury automobiles, BMW, which also owns the Mini Cooper Marquis and the Rolls-Royce brand. Susanne, however, is only the second biggest shareholder next to her brother, Stefan Quandt, who owns more than 23% of the company. Susanne's success as an entrepreneur is not reliant on the family's main business. Over the years, her focus has been on Altana AG, a pharmaceutical company founded by her grandfather, which she has propelled to world-class status. Number 5, Laurene Powell. Laurene had always been in the shadow of her late husband, Steve Jobs, and would rather keep it that way until he lost his battle against cancer in 2011. His unexpected death at the age of 56 left Laurene with a high-profile fortune tied to her name, a fortune she had to take care of in the midst of grieving the loss of her husband, becoming a sole parent to their children, and dealing with the spotlight she would rather stay away from. Unknown to many, Laurene has carved her own mark as a philanthropist, The biggest of her projects is the Emerson Collective, an organization based in Silicon Valley, California, which focuses advocating for social change. The organization was founded in 2004 and operated quietly so low-key that even one of her 10 hires in 2010 was not aware of who was the Emerson who owned the company. Fast forward to today. Number 4, Yang HUIYAN. Yang has made quite a few accomplishments this year. She earned $2 billion on the first 4 trading days of 2018, remains as the richest woman in China for 6 years in a row, and she also turned 37. As the vice chairman of the real estate developing business, Country Garden Holdings, the figures are not all surprising, especially knowing that she owns 57% of the company's shares. The Chinese heiress's fortune, however, does not revolve around the family's real estate business. Yang is also the owner of Bright Scholar Education Holdings. Number 3, Jacqueline Mars. Jacqueline Mars literally lives the sweet life as an heiress to the world's biggest confectioner, Mars Incorporated. Currently, she owns approximately 1/3 of the company, which is the same as what her brother owns. Other than being an heir to the world-famous Candy Corporation, Mars is also an active philanthropist and owner of some of the top eventing horses in the United States. Number 2, Alice Walton. The youngest child and only daughter of Walmart founder, Sam Walton, may not be as focused on the family's business like her brothers, Rob and Jim, but it doesn't mean she doesn't earn a dime, or billions, from it. To her credit, Alice is a co-manager of Walton Enterprises, which is one of the family's holding companies responsible for 50% of Walmart's largest retailer. Alice's passion, however, lies in art. A testament to this is her personal collection, which was reported to be worth hundreds of millions of dollars in values, and the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art that she opened in 2011 in her hometown of Bentonville, Arkansas. Number 1, Françoise Bettencourt Myers. Before she was declared as the owner of the $107 billion stake in L'Oréal after her mother's death in 2017, Françoise was already playing a big role in overseeing the family's fortune as the head of their own investment company, as well as the president of the Bettencourt Schuler Foundation. Filling in her mother's shoes, however, is not an easy task. But although the late Liliane Bettencourt was the richest woman in the world until the day she died. I hope you guys liked the video, and for more stuff like this, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon for notifications. See you soon. Goodbye.